Hello my beautiful angels. I don't fully have my voice this week, so I postponed the Right+Up workshop to next Saturday, January 15th, and then I wanted to make this video just to answer some of the questions I received about the Right+Up woman and to invite you to join the workshop. It's on January 15th. It's 1.5 hours. There's 2 different time spots. It's $35. I'm gonna put the link in the description for the video. I'm really excited. In the workshop we're going to talk about like the archetypes and the keywords of the Right+Up and how to like really use these for your personal style and how to put together outfits with the Right+Up approach, talking about like makeup and colors and some stuff like that. And my vision here on this workshop is not just to give you info, although I'm really excited for that, but it's to create more of this discussion space where I can really ask you questions, have you ask me questions, and kind of create this opportunity to really reflect and really integrate and take in the information in a way that I think is so much more powerful. Because it's just always great to do things in person. So if you're really interested in the Right+Up approach, I really invite you to join. Today I have some questions. I received a lot of questions from my Instagram, which by the way, join me on Instagram if you haven't. And of course I can't answer all the questions, but I have written out the ones that I received the most, and that's the ones I'm going to answer. So the first and very often received question was about key traits of the Right+Up woman. I think first of all, a key trait of the Right+Up woman is if you identify with either of the archetypes I've described for the Right+Up, for men or for women really, and if you vibe with the keyword combinations that I've offered for the different Right+Up videos. I think that's, if you feel it, like that's enough. You don't need to qualify in any way more than that. One thing I really noticed in common among Right+Up women is the upness. A lot of the time it's this desire to dress up, and often this desire to just dress up more and be a bit more fancy and more expressive in your clothes is for many people a little bit stifled, a little bit conflicted, because unless you live in a major city and work in a very fashion forward environment, there's a lot of doubt and like, but how would I do this for me? How would I be allowed? I need to fit in, I need to be approachable, I need to be available. So we do tend to dampen this desire to dress up, but still the vast majority of Right+Up women, they really have this like desire in the heart to actually be just dressing more up and being more fancy. I think is like a simple keyword that often comes up. Also this idea of wanting to make a visual impact but not always being comfortable with the attention. There's a big like Right+Up thing. It's like you do want to make a big impact, you want to make a contribution to the situation, you want to like bring, I don't know, your energetic leadership to a situation, but you don't really want people to like come into you, if that makes sense. You just kind of want to put things out. So this creates also ambivalence about like, well, how can I dress if I don't want to be like in your face, but I still want to be taking my space and showing my power and stuff. Another thing is, if you're being honest with yourself, it's pretty hard for you to actually be overdressed. So maybe you feel overdressed, or maybe, you know, people might comment stuff, but like if we just put pause on that and we just think about just purely picture, like somebody saw static photos of you, like you could wear a lot of things that are really fancy, formal, complicated, whatever, without it seeing like what is she doing, you know? So in terms of just being able to carry off outfits that on a lot of other people might seem like way too much, I think that's a common trait. Another thing is thinking a lot in whole looks, a lot of thought towards finishing an outfit, a lot of nagging feelings if you feel like your look isn't finished, and this desire to really figure out like, okay, how do I create this complete look? That's a common Right+Up trait. Finding that systems and style guidelines are really helpful for you because you like having these rules for yourself. They don't feel limiting, they feel very like expansive, liberating, they give you clarity. Whatever style system you use that gives you some sort of framework that you can then use to create these complete looks, and also rules coming from your environment in a way, in terms of like, what are my situations, being able to easily get informed by that, not necessarily conforming to those situations, but drawing on those things can just come really easily to you. and also just in general, really enjoying the feeling of luxury. Again, whether or not you allow yourself to attune to that. Of course, all human beings like luxury, you guys, but I do find that for the right up woman and men, there's just that little bit of extra oof that comes from the heart when you allow yourself to have that feeling of luxury, whatever that means to you. And I'd love to talk about this in the workshop more, because I think this is a really key part of the style journey for the right up women. Okay, second question. A lot of people ask kind of like right up versus right down. You know, how do I know? So a right up woman dressing casually, how do I distinguish her from a right down woman who's dressing up? And on this I want to say, first of all, I do primarily focus what I'm talking about in videos into you about your own style, rather than diagnosing or helping other people. I actually fully support people being like stylists formally and informally in their life, like go for it. But I think it is hard to give you directions on how to analyze and understand other people. I would say definitely watch the videos, because I do have a lot of examples of celebrities dressing up or down for right up and right down, but I still got this question a lot, so I wanted to bring it up. Fundamentally, I do think it's a lot about the energy, where I do think that that's what distinguishes a lot of the time outfits that can look similar. It's kind of the intention, the energy. I do think that the up lady will have more of this extravagance, this drama, the effort, the persona, this intimidation, a little bit of mystery. I just think that the right up woman is bringing that in her outfits, even when she's dressing kind of down, whereas the right up woman is still bringing a lot of freshness, approachability, ease, even when she's dressing up. And I do think, of course, they make different styling choices. So a right down woman who's dressing up, you know, if you have a formal event or something, of course you have a formal gown, you have formal shoes. But for example, in the videos I've talked a lot about how the right down woman wants things to feel more open. So maybe you're choosing accessories or makeup or hair that's really like opening you up to the world, maybe really minimal bags a lot of the time if the outfit is very fancy. So it's kind of like letting that personality and like that kind of ease really shine through, even in very dressed up outfits. Whereas the right up woman, she doesn't need to like worry about that. She has like the opposite concern. For her, it's like the more elements she can bring together in the outfit, the more clearly you can see her. I think that's the energy and the styling choices. Related to this, I had the question of how to distinguish a right up outfit from a right down outfit. And first of all, like again, I think that in real life, if we're not celebrities, there are very many outfits that could equally happily be worn by a right up woman and a right down woman, maybe with some modifications. So I don't think that the line is as strong as you would like it to be. At the same time, I think that for a right up, for a right down woman, the outfits, I think they're just less formal is the best way to put it. The right down woman, even if she's doing like a menswear tailored suit inspired look, there will always be something like kind of light and a little bit delicate, a little bit easy, a little bit of whimsy and play. Whereas if you're a right up woman wearing a very right down outfit, I think most of the time that comes with this energy of feeling like you're making yourself really small, or that you are hiding yourself. You're kind of trying to squeeze yourself into this more approachable or more simple or whatever shape. I know this is like annoying because it's not a visual guidance, but I really think the most important thing is that you don't feel yourself in it. And the thing that stops you from feeling yourself in the look is that it feels like it lacks the extravagance, drama, effort, intimidation, mystery that you need, right? So there's a lot, like a really simple casual jeans, casual t-shirt, casual sneakers outfit. It's not like as a right up woman you can never wear that look. It's just that it will rarely be an outfit that feels really great for you, that you feel yourself in. Also, just like a really simple jersey dress with a simple print and like really bare shoes or something, you just will not feel your maximum in it. And if you ask yourself what's missing, you'll be like, yeah, the dress, it's just too simple, or I am missing like a lot more accessories. This doesn't feel like a complete look. Right down women, I think also in general, they can do a lot more whimsy, playful things in terms of also patterns, a lot of kind of soft stripes, gingham checks Of course, right up women can do this, but I just find it's a lot easier for right down women, or like polka dots even. Blue denim, I think it's a lot easier for right down women than right up women. So it is this question of like feeling formal versus informal, and feeling yourself versus feeling like you're kind of trying to squeeze yourself down. A right down woman, she maybe doesn't feel that she's expressed as fully as she wants to be in a really simple outfit, but she's never gonna feel like, I don't know, erased by that. She's just gonna want to have something a bit more playful. About casual clothes, right? This is a recurring motif. So first of all, how can I do casual without looking sloppy? The first thing I want to say is casual clothes don't mean invisible, right? Casual means that you feel like you are at ease in terms of movement, and you feel like you are dressed kind of in a way that's not too over the top, right? But this is a big range of what you can do within that. So it doesn't mean you need to be invisible. It doesn't mean you need to erase the things that make you you. So one thing is, I think sloppiness comes from having an unfinished outfit. So for right up women, even when you're doing a very casual look, it should still have maybe like a theme, a feeling, a style. Right now I'm wearing this is a blue kind of silk blouse. I have blue velvet flare pants on. This is a very casual outfit for me. This is just, yeah, like a really easy go-to outfit. It's super comfortable. But I guess for a lot of people, like velvet, silk, having this all blue theme with this like big white coat, it doesn't feel casual. So yeah, I think just finish the outfit, let it be whatever makeup look you need to finish the outfit. If you want to wear perfume, even though it's a relaxed day, if you need to style your hair, even though it's relaxed day, let yourself finish the outfit so it doesn't feel sloppy. Another thing that I think can make right up casual outfits feel sloppy is when garments are just wrong for you. This is a bit of a thing I touched upon. Some things, they could just feel like this is just too simple for me, like in its being, and no matter how many fancy things I add onto it, it's not going to become more interesting or more refined or more inspiring or whatever I want. Yo, the blue denim is a great example. Like simple t-shirts, really simple cotton dresses, just clothes that have like a very, very minimal, really quiet vibe, really soft, like a muted color, kind of shapeless thing. That's not most people's favorite garment anyway, but on you it's like, could just be that no matter what you do with it, it is screaming like, I'm relaxed, I'm like quiet, I'm whatever, and it's screaming something that is the opposite of what you personally want to do with your style. So it could just be a matter of getting rid of garments. And another like really easy go-to for me in terms of doing casual outfits as a write-up is to be bold with colors. So for example, in my outfit, it's an all blue outfit. This is a very gentle, soft color on me, but still, because it is all blue and there's many shades of blue, it's exciting and it's making a visual statement. So just let color really speak loudly if you want to keep the clothes kind of simple and shape and ornamentation, because that's allowing you to bring in some of this extravagance, some of this over-the-top effortness that the right-up woman wants to thrive. A related question, can right-up do jeans? I mean, everybody is allowed to wear jeans. I find that blue denim for most right-up women and also men, but especially women, is just difficult because blue denim specifically is so casual. There's just nothing that is really elevated about it. That's all I have to say. Like a denim that's non-blue can be great for casual outfits, especially if you have like a fun color combo. Dark blue kind of trouser cut jeans can be great, right? That's kind of classy, sophisticated. But these kind of everyday go-to blue jeans, I'm like, wear them if you want, but I just think they rarely make the impact and they rarely feel good. So I would advise you rather to like let go of like your need to be a normal person who wears blue jeans. Like you don't need that to prove that to anybody. And a related question was, how do I combine being up with being comfortable? I think this is such a great question because I received it a lot. I think, again, this is more about thinking about what does comfortable mean to you. For me, comfort is so much more about the body lines and shape. If you know me, you know that I really like the Kibbe approach to thinking holistically about the body shape and also the image ID. But whether you use Kibbe or not, just thinking about like, how do I make my body comfortable? That is going to bring a lot of comfort already. And I think not only comfort is not only about body lines and shape, but this is also, I think, comfortable, stylish, easy to find. It's like choose two of this triangle. Personally, I am so good at shopping now that I do find it pretty easy to find comfortable, stylish things. But yeah, as a right up, for all up people, a lot of times your outfit is a bit more like a complex work of art. Not saying that down outfits are so boring, but it's like, it does require effort to create this up look. So you just kind of have to accept that if you want to own who you are, you want to bring your authentic self to the world, you want to shine your light, you want to actually step into the gifts that your essence can give you, it just requires some effort to put together outfits that allow you to feel comfortable and to express yourself. And this is just more broadly on the casual thing. And I know I repeat myself across videos on this point, but it's so important because it's just like, if you want to just fit in and not draw too much attention to yourself and not make a visual statement and you want to look good, I don't know if you need this essence system, right? There's tons of just video advice on how to make cute spring outfits, right? You can find that anywhere. I'm assuming you're watching this channel and these videos because you want to really bring your unique light into the world and be like, okay, I'm ready. And just the thing about being in the Right Up essence is you being ready means you being ready to like step up your look a bit and taking the risks that go with that. Okay, and the final set of questions is about like the different things the Right Up woman can be. So first of all, I received questions about, can the Right Up woman be a bombshell? Can she be sexy? Can she be showing skin? Can she be uncovered? And the short answer is like, of course. Every woman, man, person has like the complete right to feel really sexy. I think Blake Lively is a really great example of somebody who has a very sexy blonde bombshell image, who is very much in the Right Up. Gal Gadot is another, like Wonder Woman, literally very sexy model person. I think there's a lot of model celebrities that are in the Right Up that really have this very sexy image. So of course it's possible for you. I think about it as either there's like refined sexy or there's dreamy sexy, whereas these more dark, mysterious glam sexy, you can wear outfits like that, but again, that's, I don't think is making the most of your personal essence. So it depends a bit on how flexible you are in what you can pull off. You can definitely do these dark, glam, mysterious or ultra bare sexy, but I think those are harder. But refined sexy is really great. Dreamy sexy is really, really gorgeous. I think in general, when you're doing these very sexy looks, going with lighter colors or with kind of crisper colors to have this more refined look will give you this more either refinedness or dreaminess in the sexiness. But it's a gift, of course, you show your body. I don't think showing skin in 2021 detracts from anybody's ability to be inspiring or dreamy or refined. In fact, having Elle Fanning, I think, has a lot of dreamy, sexy red carpet gowns, right, where they're very bare and very floaty and very sensual in that way. A follow-up question is like, can the Right Up woman be mysterious and sensual? Absolutely. I do think point of my essence system, right, is that there's trade-offs, which is that when you align yourself with an essence and you say, this is kind of the gift I want to develop and bring to the world right now, it means kind of releasing and letting go of your ability to do the other things. And nobody's forcing you to do this. You don't, absolutely, I don't think this essence system is the must law for every person. So you don't need to do this. But if you want to and you're feeling called to explore the essence, then I would say for the Right Up woman, sensuality is definitely a component, especially if you have a lot of like yin in your body. But it's not kind of the fundamental like pillar of your style. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it better than that. It's just like, that's not the starting point. That's not necessarily the signature. It can be a component. I think that Right Up can be very mysterious with these refined persona or inspiring persona. In general, persona, I think, can be very like mystery. These Wes Anderson type styles I describe a lot. I think they're very mysterious because it's like this very elevated whimsy and you're like, okay, what's going on there? Kind of, yeah, creating question marks. But at the same time, I do associate being really mysterious and glamorous with the Left Up, because that's really about this like pulling people into you and like they want to know like who you are, and they're curious and they're intrigued and they're getting enveloped into your energy. I just feel that's more Left Up, whereas the Right Up is more about the radiance and this like inspiration and being kind of more open about this contribution you are bringing, and a bit less like bringing people in to discover your mystery. But again, like if you want to be mysterious, you want to be sensual, you want to bring that in, go ahead, like don't want to stop you. And a related question that also came up a lot was, can the Right Up woman wear darker colors? This, I think, like, of course you can wear darker colors. It is about the way that you're using colors in your palette. I do think, as we showed in our celebrity style videos, when you have like dark, intricate lace, sheer pattern stuff, a lot of times this just is very intriguing, sensual, magnetic, whatever. So it just reads very left. Doesn't mean you can't wear that, but again, how much you want to bring your essence. But in terms of wearing dark colors, I think that, of course, like black and white is a color scheme that I would say is often for people they're doing like this inspiring persona, refined persona aesthetic. Dark colors like dark navy, dark burgundy, dark green, browns, these richer earth tones, they're really like rich and deep. These are all very sophisticated colors, I think. So using them in garments that have a little bit more of a sophisticated feeling is a great way to bring in those colors. Elegant, I would say navy, for example, like navy and white, that's a really common like elegant color scheme. So if you want to do a Right Up elegant look, navy and white are great. So again, it's really not about any colors being not allowed for you. It's really about like how you are using the colors, and you can watch my video about color story to learn more about that. Woof. Okay, so those were some answers to the most common questions I received about the Right Up woman. Thank you for watching, and I hope that many of you join me in the workshop. Bye.